Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone, to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. The third! Don't know why I said it like that, but... the third! Freaking late again. Need to fix a whole bunch of garbage. Yay. I had to make a sandwich. Hopefully it's not too dry. It's okay. It's alright. I'll be eating a sandwich while we're playing. Because I haven't eaten anything yet. God dang it. There we go. Oh. Try to be able to mute myself and take a bite. Seems to ruffle the mic a bit. Well, not ruffle, it's like right next to it, but you know. Oh boy. Alright, I'm just gonna load in right away here. So we can kind of just check out what we got here. Interesting, okay. So Kevin's got one long chain and one. And she's got slightly shorter long chain and two. So we can go for a 3 chain and a 5 chain, a 2 chain and a 6 chain. Alright. I have to remember. Oh, we're not a bracer anymore. Oh no. I just realized this. This is gonna be awkward. Okay. I mean, it's not gonna be awkward. It's just like everything I'm used to, which means we don't have our book. We don't have a bracer book that tells us all the things. Hot dang. It's like, yeah, I'll just casually go and look up, unless. Files, okay. Do we still have cooking where if I eat food, I'll learn how to make it or something? 1500 HP, that's pretty nice. That's more than anything we have at the moment, right? My bad, no, that's 1500, not, we have 10,000. Okay. We have the cube! It's nice. Start with information. Yeah, we don't have any quartz. Okay. So they both have 2 blue. Kevin has 16, she has 10. Explains the slight disparity. He's got more. So it's only affecting, let's see, I got Lucuria. Oh, we also have Tyrol. Okay, so low. Let's see. So it looks like Keviner's more specialized, Ria's is a little more spread out. Clock up Safarin. It looks like a lot of clock up, anti-sept, debuffs and buffs. Some healing. I guess it makes sense given that she's supposed to be more physical. Kevin's more artsy. Oh, hey, that's nice. I like how his tail cape, though, is still attached. ATS. Yeah, it has IR ATS. Okay. Oh, I can just... Okay. ETS and what's strength? Yeah, basically flip-flopped. Okay, well, giving everyone else a chance to pop up, I'm gonna go ahead and take another bite of my sandwich. Nom, 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 nom. The Epi. How you doing, Epi? Let's see. Get my tea bag out. There we go. Doing fine. All right. Let's see. There are a number of rare and valuable books here. For some reason, a copy of okay, just the same as the cutscene. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Controller just died. It's oh no. All right, so my controller's out of batteries, like 100%, and I could only find one AA, and I need two. So that's an issue. I guess I will be back to see if I can find either a wired controller or another AA. So, give me a second, everyone. Alright, I'm back. I found... My family managed to find another double A. That's probably good, so we're golden. I'm able to play games with my with a controller. Let's see here. See, the rainbow has appeared. Hello there, rainbow. Oh. Crap. Come on. The case back on properly. There we go. And then I dropped my controller. Alright. Ugh. Alright, we're good. My USB connected controller is it's bad, and they still haven't fixed it. So I cannot use it. It's my hot. My tea kettle detecting the temperature. Alright. Well, I have a sandwich that keeps getting drier in front of me. I can't really do much about that when I need to run around and do stuff. Eat it when I can. Get tea stewing. Huh? What's that? I don't know why I did that voice. Oh, a pedestal. Well, this is foreboding. Doesn't look to be a relic of the ancient Zemurian civilization, though. I agree. As far as I can tell, it's not any kind of device, simply a stone monument. Oh, there's something written near the bottom. Huh, so there is. Let's see. The Hermit's Garden. What is this supposed to mean? Not sure. It could be a message, or maybe even... Actually, let me look it over some more before I say anything. Oh, mystery. Nope, can't find any hidden switches or the like anywhere. You're right, it really was just a stone monument. So we try to destroy it and see if anything happens then. I get first hit. Wait, no way. Just because we've established it isn't any kind of device doesn't mean nothing bad will happen if we go smashing it to bits. Don't worry, I was joking. You so weren't. It's just another freaking Estelle. There we go. Names. Should go look around somewhere else. Yes. Alright, well, I think we came from this one. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay. No. As far out as the eye can see. Just where are we? Where smash? No. So wherever we are, it's big. Judging by how our voices don't echo anyway. Yeah. Or something like that. We got a nice tree. It's a huge tree doing here. No sign of any others in the surrounding area either. As big as it is, it doesn't seem to be a fruit tree, unfortunately. Figures we wouldn't get that lucky. Let me think though. You were always an expert on plants and medical herbs and stuff, right? You don't recognize what kind of tree this is? I wish I did, but no. At the very least, it isn't one that grows on the western side of the continent. Did you work out something out? Maybe, maybe not. We should try looking somewhere else now. Oh. Still, even if it doesn't bear fruit, maybe it has sweet sap inside like maple trees. May cut into the trunk a bit to see. No, no you cannot. Can I stab this? Okay, no, that pillar's floating. Books are floating. Wow, shiny! Not sure, I'll take a closer look. Lunar seal. And then we gained a whole bunch of sepith. Dumped all the sepith on the ground. Oh, whatever. Don't think anyone will complain if we take it. Don't tell me you're feeling disappointed it wasn't food. You're incredible. I didn't know you were... No, I didn't know you knew how to read people's minds with your thaumaturgy. Was that part of your Dominion training? Sure wasn't. All I needed to know was you. Lovely. We got water. Well, this is nice. We got a table and water. Like some kind of rest area or something, but why? What's it doing here? Well, resting is important. I'd love to sit down and enjoy a relaxing lunch here. I'll give you it that it might be kind of nice. Although, personally, my first thought was that I'd love to sit and fish here if there were any fish to be fished. Really? Didn't know you still liked fishing. Fishing! What the heck was that, Rainbow? I understood what you meant, but gotten any better at it, but a hobby's a hobby. I was surprised at how many fishing fanatics there are over in Liberal. There's a guild in Council that really hardcore into it. One girl I ran into would give most pros a run for their money. Oh. Something wrong. It's nothing. Regardless, it's a shame there are no fish in it. The water here is exceptionally clear. I think this should suffice as a water source for us at least. Yeah. Alright, let's go check somewhere else. Where would somewhere else be, though? No, just back to the center. Well, we've missed the whole area now, but we didn't find anything that would give us any idea of where we are. Maybe not specifically. I think I have an idea what kind of place this is, though. Really? It's a place both within the liberal and not at the same time, like a separate dimension of sorts. Can you elaborate? Well, you see, during all the trouble with the aerial. Backstory. Wow. So you think the place we're in may be similar? Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. There are a few cracks in my theory, unfortunately. Oh, I think I understand what you mean. The Berlin cuisine book we found earlier is one, right? Exactly. We assume that this is some kind of enclosed space sealed away by the Oriole those years ago. How did a book that was only published this year get in here? All the other unusual books are from after the Great Collapse, too. Which means someone else has been in and out of here within the past year. Could it be that man in black we met at your port? Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't peg him as the kind of guy who'd want to read about Liberalian cuisine, though. That's very true. Either way, I think we can say for sure now that this situation we're in is planned out by someone, possibly before the cube even came into our possession. Really think so? If that really is the case, what should we do now? There's a million... That's the million mirror question. We don't have much to work with here. Just a big open area and no way out. Speak, and you shall receive. This... It used Thunderbolt. Okay. Oh, lovely. It just shattered all our orbit stuff. The quartz. Even the square. You didn't have any. Is it gonna take our levels too? I mean, I was expecting us to get reset because I highly doubted it was gonna make us give us all this stuff. But I wasn't sure when. I honestly thought it would happen in the prologue. Would it suck the energy out of her quartz to do that? Oh, there's a door. Oh, there's a door. Oh no. Wager this was the cube's doing. Guess we add altering this area to the list of quirks along with wrecking our quartz. You sure it's a good idea to keep it on you? Honestly, I get the feeling we'd be shit out of luck without it. At least we got some new stuff to investigate that could lead us in the right direction. We should go and check all the places that have changed. Alright. We salvaged some 7th from the broken quartz. It was like nothing, though. Oh, this is glowing. Send if it's an artifact or an orbit. How did a lump of stone start glowing like this? It's like magic. Now there's an apt description if I've ever heard one. One thing I can add to that is that the laws of the world as we know them don't seem to apply to it. Raise. Huh? That was a voice, wasn't it? Raise the cube before the monument. Oh. Who is that? Who are you? Please. What are we gonna do? To hell with it, not like we got any better options. Visitors from afar. This again. This voice is different, though. Welcome. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you power. Huh? Name your currency, so that we may transact within the system that you know. Wait a second. What do you mean by currency? Maybe it's going to sell us things for Mira? Oh, I get you. Understood. Then I shall grant you power in exchange for that currency. You got a shop? Oh. Hey, thanks for the host, Rainbow. Cool, we don't have any mirror though. Sorry about that, I got circused. I'll have to mainly have to convert 7th for Mira. Really? That sounds annoying. Loose my brethren, then we shall grant you good fortune. I think that was about. How would I know? Zara, as it is to say, we should be able to buy things from Mira and use 7th to synthesize quartz here. Pretty useful if nothing else. We just have the 7th that was left over when our quartz were shattered. Perhaps we should use those to synthesize some new ones. Yee. Gotta make some new ones. Alright. So, time quartz was required and mirage quartz for you. Oh, I didn't mean to upgrade. God dang it. I'm right. Well, shit. Take a cast, I guess. Well, at least that's upgraded to 2-3. Alright, you get a cast. Probably just want another time quartz there. Oh, we don't have the fancy bracer book, so I like have to remember some of the combos. Oh, you can trade 7th. I'm gonna get my book in a minute. Okay. It's probably a decent spread for right now. Let's see, give you... Well, that doesn't give me much bonus here at the moment, but... some kind of healing going on. Let's see, fire, water, we'd probably want... Because it's fine to buy weapons. Wrong one. Ooh, Art defense. See, what is it? Agility is dodge in this one, right? Yeah, because we have movement as an actual stat. So that's evade. That's gonna take a bunch. And Pete's really nice though, but just 10% chance. There's no reason to have it. So okay. For Ria's, she can have the I guess it looks fine for right now. All right. Oh, there was a reason to buy. Okay. Oh, that's a lot though. Might hold off on that for now. We can get the weapons. Yeah, we're probably fine for now. We'll see. Alright, let's go check out the tree. I think this is the tree. Yeah. Holy Stragas. Now this is something. Losing petals? Or what is that what's going on here? The petals, okay, petals purely are floating through the air around us. I welcome you, dear guests. Oh, the tree's the one who's speaking to us? Did the tree just talk to us? In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you the blessings of the earth. The tree! My power is not without its limits. I require compensation exchange for its use. Oh, I can buy ingredients. Okay. As power returns, the variety of blessings I offer shall increase. The blessing of earth be upon you. Okay, so this is definitely going to be our home base of some sort. Ah, man. Someone told me a tree just chatted them up and offered to sell them ingredients. I'd tell them they've had one too many drinks. Oh, she must be really happy, though. She can get food. Lots of food. Yep. That great tree that took root near to a 7-colored spring, and there it granted blessings and joy. An excerpt for the book of Genesis, verse 7, the Primal Ground. Oh, hallo to Dios. Thank you for divine protection and mercy you have bestowed upon us. Aren't you just tickled pink? I'm not sure this tree has anything to do with the goddess, though. I disagree. Even the testaments of the goddess say that all roads lead to food. Food is the fundamental basis of everything. That's an That's it, let me give you this. Oh, a recipe book. Huh? I mean this to me. Because you are remarkably impious for a knight of the church. You should work on becoming more devout through cooking in her name. Make me food, bitch! Besides, can't you just do the cooking yourself? But you're always better and better than me. I'm sure it would be the wish of the ingredients to be used by the best chef possible. But still... Please. I'm too soft for my own good sometimes. Well, fine, but you have to help me, deal? Also, the second I catch you snacking on something while we're making it, I'm done. I know. Alright, we got the food tree. It was just the other door, but I might as well check. Yeah, okay. I think those are the only places that changed. I can go check over here real quick. Oh yeah, what did... Strength up, defense down, CP recovery up. Okay, this is definitely for Ria's currently. Take that. Oh, interesting, I actually have angle locks. Okay. This seems some kind of barrier, but beyond that, that circle on the other side feels like it's growing to be important to us sooner or later, though. Oh, anything back though? Our starting point? I did not get a prompt. Was there supposed to be something there? Little finicky, it seems, some of these. That's fine. I would have found it again eventually. Oh, okay. Didn't walk close enough to this spot. Bottom of the water's glowing. Each beauty of her. Welcome visitors from afar. We're back again. That sounded like you came from the spring. Visitors from afar, quench your thirst. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you vitality. Sure. CP was restored to maximum. When my radiance is restored, I shall grant you vitality once more. When you have fought several battles, return to me. I never had water that actually energized me like that before. How is that even possible? I don't know, but I can feel full of life as well. It looks like the water here only has that effect when it's shining, though. I mean, it's shining right now. Well, is that what we got now? I don't think there's much more we can get from here. We should check back later if we're feeling tired. Tired. Yeah. Need to put some sugar in my tea. There we go. My tea in front of me. Mute while I'm moving forward. Curses, cutscenes. I'm trying to start my tea. English breakfast, Rainbow, because it's what I've been drinking for the first thing in the morning. Oh, the barrier's gone. If anything, I'd say it's more like an entrance. Aw. I'm stirring my tea. Clinka, 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 clinky. A monument that sells us items, a tree that sells us ingredients, and a spring that restores our vitality. It's like everything here is designed to help us prepare for something dangerous. Or am I reading too into it? No, I don't think you are. Stir, 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 stir. Okay. Ah, need like a bigger variety of cups now. We try stepping on it. Way better does he stay behind here. Just like, yeah, why didn't you go step first? The Growlstritter notebook. It's the knockoff Bracer notebook. Yeah? What are you doing with this? I was asked to give it to you by Commander Cellmate. In her words, Kevin's reports lately have been far too vague for my liking. I'll bet he's not even taking notes while I was out on the job. Give him this so he's got no more excuses to slack off. Bah, she figured it out, huh? Hold on. Are you close enough for her to ask you this kind of favor? She was the one who taught me how to use my Templar sword. I respect her deeply. No joke, I had no idea. But she kept that from me on purpose. Can't say I'm surprised. If I'd known, I'd sure as hell wouldn't have let Ria's... Apparently Soulmate's not so good. Probably not like in like a bad way, but like, I don't know. Next station's that circle. Well, if you have anything else you want to do first, speak up now. There's no telling what's waiting for us on the other side. Book. Alright. We got their code. Offer your soul to the goddess and your body to her church. Protect her at the sacraments. Swear loyalty to the Holy Father. Carry out your duties with dignity. Protect the peace and order of the three worlds. Heretics must be eliminated. Jesus Christ. Carl Stirring. Fifth Dominion. Ah. Their goal is to never have a flea. I don't want to fly. Fly. Yeah, chains. Rust. Tech range. And all this stuff. Remember most of these, I'll probably figure them out as they go along. I forget some of them. Yep, that's as usual. Cube functions. Oh, monuments restore HP and EP for free. Okay. Buying and selling converts Sepith to Mira, so that's okay. The cube allows you to warp to activated monuments and discover doors. Interesting. Watch Tita. Remote abilities. The cube allows you to receive support effects from chosen reserve members back in the garden. Each member confers different benefits. Ooh. You have decreased benefits though? Covered. Rias gives up more experience than Sepith gain. Ooh. Charge defense. Well, that makes sense. Because it did happy. Okay. There we go. Memo. Here's all our magic. First one being Earth. Are there new ones? I don't remember Gaia's shield, but it might have existed. I didn't use too much Earth. Coicatus? Yeah, that's not familiar. Fours. Oh, all the... These ones... Display doors on the minimap. Ooh, interesting memory. Is there a fusion of these? Sent Eagle Eye information, Septimane Fortune, Divine Eye. Holy crap. Does it have Falcon Eye, or is it just like not have enough room for it? But that's yeah, there's your big fusion one for a lot of them. Heaven's Eye, Combine Eagle Eye. It's an Eagle Eye though, so that mean you don't show up on the minimap like Falcon Eye does? Oh, they're slightly different too. Okay. Nothingness. Inflict a random ailment without fail. Does that inflict it on you or the thing you hit? Alright. Well, if we're moving forward... Let me see it. 7th, Still get the sleeping zone. I don't want to touch these though. See, that gets us one. Is these worth more? They are worth a lot more. Okay. Problem is this only is worth for one person. So I don't know if I want to buy these right now, especially when I could just get upgrades probably pretty soon. I'll leave it at that, but I wanted to have some mirror honest. I probably should have saved, but whatever. Here we go. Here we go. Check this out. Looks like that really was an entrance of sorts. Jade Corridor. Dungeoni. We still seem to be in the same bizarre enclosed space as before. We've got quite a long road ahead of us, don't we? We sure do. Kevin! Monsters! Monsters? How did they just appear out of nowhere? Your child awaits! It's time for some good music. Oh, the battle music in these games are always great. Okay, they would take reduced art damage unless it's Mirage. Give that a try. Meow. Meow. Ooh, that looks cool. I'll just kill outright. Okay. Probably a bit of a waste, though. Ooh. Maybe not too much of a waste. I missed. Boo.
Not bad.
Oh. I wasn't even speeding up that time. I just hit A. I just hit A at the wrong time. I was just holding it down. Oh, no, nope, I was speeding up. My finger was pressed slightly on that trigger. Keep my finger off that maybe more often. How can this be? I know exactly what you mean. There are a whole lot of monster types in our world, but that's my first time seeing anything like that. This is like being in a totally different realm. And the monsters weren't even the strangest part. Tell me about it. The elements against them weren't your usual affair either. Exactly. The three elements of space, mirage, and time were in effect during that battle too. Not just traditional four elements. Very observant rookie. Didn't think you noticed to that extent. This point to yet another clue that we're a long ways from home. You'll find a boatload of monsters that are weak to fire in Samaria, but you're not going to find any that are weak to mirage. You know how it is. Indeed, I do. Spiritually, the world in which we live in is a relatively low plane of existence. To quote the Testaments, our world and the world of the goddesses will forever be separate. She simply drops pebbles from above, known as miracles. Quoting word for word, though, hey, I guess those are the basic principles. We just keep running into surprises. Space, time, and mirage. Oh, we're on a higher plane! It should be impossible. What about the monsters themselves? Honestly, they were less monsters and more fiends. Creatures that shouldn't be allowed to exist in our world, and yet they somehow do, without any problems here. Now, those are the only ones. Are we gonna be all right in here? Hopefully they were tough, but not so tough we can't handle them if we're together. It's not like there's anything else for us to do back in that base area. Let's keep walking and see what we find. Might be worth going back briefly to check our orbit setups, though, seeing as we got more elements to account for now. True. Oh, Kevin, let me give you this. The Monster Guide. What's this for? It's called a Monster Guide. It was designed to record data on monsters, their habits, their weaknesses, and the like. I think it would be wise for us to know anything and everything we come across here. Though I suppose Fiend Guide would be more appropriate here. You're telling me. Sure, I can't just store all the info up in the old noggin, though. I'm already putting enough stuff in the Railsorter notebook as it is. My hand's gonna go numb at this rate. You complain way too much, Kevin. You're a knight. Do your job. Yes, ma'am. No time like the present, I guess. Scribble, scribble. Yeah, we're happy. Alright, this is probably gonna respawn the monsters. That's a good test, plus we can just heal right away. Oh, I can't change my camera angle here, okay. God dang it, Rainbow! Oh, I can probably sell those. $12. Huh, okay. So you also have Ascension. Yeah, it's probably worth it to do here. Stage or something. It's like debating like which is worth more, doing that or using Tear to heal. Murder. How is that not dead? 4 HP, the bar wasn't even there anymore. Hey, Macbooyah.
Not bad.
Juicy Bone. Preemptive strike. See how many preemptive strikes. It looks like you can do a lot more. Oh, well, I do 787 or.
Hey.
Okay, I'll still be able to kill. Vanish.
goddess, my thanks to thee.
Juicy bones. We have new ones. Direct attack suspend enemies. Okay. Oh, there's also death. Okay, yeah, we have a lot more shit happening. Okay. Direct hits are 1 hit KO. All damage is nullified on a guard. Higher element areas have annoying turn bonuses. I see. So, wait, direct hit. So, wait, okay. With guard, does that mean that you can't do damage, or does that mean anyone who's on that guard is on can't take damage? You do no damage. Okay. That really should have been renamed as something else. That's not called... I wouldn't call that guard. Okay. Item rush, you really take a second turn, and everything else is the same. Okay. So is it basic? I'm assuming suspension kind of works how it does in like sending people to a different dimension for a couple turns, like in D&D. Your EP gets reduced to 0. Oh God. Okay. Information. Did you know it's true that Zin's name was once written as Zane, but another name change considered was Olivier's. The original edition was Oliver. This chest is glad that request never went through. Making it a 4 doesn't do anything. What's our... I'm gonna put up... Usually these are comboed, but let's see here. Saint, support, 40 EP, strength. Oh, okay. I'm gonna need to mix it with, well, one of every... Okay. Otherwise, next single one is Chaos Brand. That's 7. Okay. Zodiac, all strength. Oh, okay, Saint, but high, but an all. Okay, 240 EP. Yowza. That is amazing, though. That's an amazing buff. Setting that up would not be too hard, though. 8 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, You need some combo stuff, but definitely not anytime soon. Easiest done. Oh, for sure. It definitely needs, like, combo quartz. Get that up. Alright. I guess for now, we'll just put it on use, since we're not going to get anything from... What's a 3? What's, what is it, 3 and then one of every other, normal? Time as well. Not time, space. Space is yellow. Right? Yeah, I think so. Cause... No. Space is black. Time is... Yeah, time is... this is an issue, because I gotta remember which it is, because this game does it backwards. The problem is time and space are usually black. So I always get the which one is what. Time is darkness, space is light. Okay. So... one of the other ones plus space. Need fire and... wind. Okay. Get nearly close. Probably won't get on this one unless there's a fusion here, but that's fine. Alright. Treasure chest. I see. What is this thing? Sodarudo? Sodarudo! Sodarudo! An evil statue made of tough material which expels fire from its mouth. It's weak to water and time? He's gonna get a crit off. I can't even reach that. Okay. Oh, lovely. Make sure it's get time. Okay. Just have fun there.
All right, what's next?
Oh, I wish you could speed through the XP, but not the Sepith. That's fine. Tear bomb. Just need to pull off. I'm here because they ran out of jokes. Oh no, already? We're doomed. Preemptive strike. death. I'll just murder that thing. I'm a speedy boy, Rainbow. Speed. Attack that one.
All right, what's next?
What's next, indeed? Yeah, like, oh, it just happened so fast. Gotta level up though.
Ta!
More Sepith.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
Insulating tape. 300 Mira. Oh boy, a chest, my kingdom for a chest. I think I got all that spot. Teleporto. Oh, you and you're watching on YouTube, I see. A Jor. Or a berry root. Hello.
Ta!
I guess I should have sanctioned that one, but whatever.
Hey!
Nice. That.
Hey!
Schmack. Meow.
Not bad.
God dang it, Remo. The story was good. Aw. It's an EXP crystal. No, okay, what is it? What is this? It's really pretty. Looks kind of like a cube of septium, but I don't know what it is. Hey, maybe we should touch it and see what happens. Found sealing stone. Seem harmful? Nope, seems safe to me. Wish I knew what it was though. Light coming off it is so warm. A kind of slow rhythmic glowing from it reminds me of a beating heart in a way. What's that? There's our cube again. Visitor from afar. You who possesses the cube. It's that voice from earlier. Just who are you? Where are you talking to us from? Raise that sealing stone before the monument in the garden. Then the barrier and the imprisoned shall... barely work out what it's trying to say. Look at it, was we need to take this thing to the monument. I will unlock another powered cube. Make use of it. Whoa. The cube's warp functionality is now available. Use it. Click on it in the top right corner of the screen and select the location you wish to... I can't do that. I don't... This isn't a touch screen. Where the malevolent one? Yeah, their strength, or you too will be forever... Oh no. Don't even ask. I feel like it's some kind of weird dream. It just keeps getting freakier by the minute. Don't sense anything bad coming from the voice, at least. Like it's trying to guide us forward. You don't think the cube has a will of its own, and it's the thing that talking to us, do you? I doubt it. It kept talking about the cube as if it were a separate object. My hunch is that the source of the voice is someone else. And there's a malevolent one. And then there was the malevolent one it was bringing up too. I could see that being the man in black we saw when we were thrown in here, but it could very well be someone else. All of this is starting to make my head hurt. Well, let's try and take things on one step at a time, okay? On that note, the best place to start is probably giving the cube's new power a shot. You serious? Serious as it can be. There aren't as many artifacts that have the power of teleportation, you know. In this situation we're stuck in, we need to use everything we've got at our disposal. Alright, be sure you're careful when using it. So... Oh, you have to use the mouse? Okay. Oh, I just have to use the mouse. Okay. No? Oh, it's clicking on this. Okay, I can... Oh. Alright, that actually worked. Now we got a quick way to get back here to safety if we run into danger. That does seem useful. Still can't bring myself to put that much trust in that cube, however. Oh, I'm not playing alone with my guard around the thing, either. I'll keep using it with caution, so don't worry. Anyway, next up, this little guy. That ceiling stone, that voice made out to sound like something would be released from it if we hold it up to the monument. Any guesses? No, but I know how to find out the answer real quick. I'll handle holding it up, but I want you to stand yawn and be prepared for a fight just in case. Something's happening. Alright, time for the moment of truth. Whoosh. Barrier's gone. What? A girl? Cheetah? What? Wait, what? What was that? What? What? The girl from Rosie. Huh? Kevin? You are Kevin, aren't you? I'm not seeing things. Why is... It just kidnapped Tita? What are you doing here? Where do we even start? But yeah, it's the real deal. Good thing to see you again, Tita. Looks like you've grown a little taller. You noticed? I'm happy to see you again too. What brings you back to Liberl? Is this girl a friend of... I don't think we're a Liberl anymore, Tita. I mean, I guess technically we're in either a higher plane or a subplane or something of Liberl, but... Wait. I was in the house with Dad getting dinner ready because the gate was coming. Because a gate was coming over. And all of a sudden everyone went white, and then... Where am I? This looks nothing like our house. Am I dreaming? Is this all a dream? Oh right, I should pinch myself to check. Yep, this is the Tita everyone knows and loves, alright? She's adorable. Yes, she is. God dang it, Rainbow. So that's what happened. This is all because of that artifact Mom pulled out of the lake? Honestly, we can't even be sure right now. Especially as if we'd assume that's the case. How did you end up here when you were all the way over in Zeiss? It makes no sense. You're right. Sounds as though you two were fairly close to one another when you were sent here, but Gransel and Zeiss are really far apart. Based on your account, however, we were all surrounded by that light at roughly the same time. That's more than a coincidence in my eyes. Ooh. So they were all picked up and are actually sealed? Yeah, I think so too. Oh, whoops, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? My name's Tita Russell, and I'm an apprentice at the Zeiss Central Factory. I am Ria's Argent, a sister of the Septian Church. Heard a lot about you from Kevin and your mother. Oh, you met my mom? I have. She showed me a photograph of you two. And now that I've met you in person, I can see why she boasts about you so much. Aw, is she doing that? Oh, Mom. She didn't say or do anything inappropriate to you, did she? She tends to lose control so when she comes to people as cute as you. Lose control? How? She probably hugs them and snuggles them and goes, "Oh, no, no, no." I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be rude by calling you cute or anything. It's just that you're kind of quiet and really pretty, but you got this really unique aura about you. Unique? You're every bit as sharp as you are. It's probably because she's a extreme foodie despite being so serious. Doesn't make it more unique than Ria's. Oh, please. Anyway, what are you planning on doing now? Are you going to keep on looking for a way out of here? That's the plan, yeah. Not that we made so much of a dent of progress on that front so far. We barely started exploring when we found you. Oh, I see. If you don't mind, then please let me help you look. Don't get in the way, I promise. Getting in the way wouldn't be the issue here. That's a tough one. My gut tells me you're better off staying here, to be honest. You've proven yourself to be made of sturdy stuff, but like I said before, this place is just one big and very dangerous mystery. If that's true, then who's to say I'd be safe staying here on my own? If I'm going to be in danger, I'd rather go with you and at least try to help out. Fair point, I guess. You're every bit as spunky as Estelle, too, you know. You can't be serious, Kevin. Trust me, she's a lot tougher than yeah, she is! I take her She's got a big cannon! She went on the Liber arc and came back down in one piece. Plus, she survived Eidos knows how many sketchy fights beforehand. Don't be so quick to judge just because of her age. But still, please, I really want to help. I'll do everything I can to make sure I don't cause you any problems, really. Alright, if you're sure. You mean it? You seem to understand the consequences of your actions and what it means to worry others. As long as that's the case, I got no reason to say no. Still, please be careful. Thank you, I will. Yeah, seriously, if anything were to happen to you on my watch, I'm sure my death at Erica's hands would be a slow and painful one. I swear I won't let that happen. Deal. Alright, let's get back to work. Once C's equipment is set up, it's back to exploring we go. Understood. Righto. Alright, ooh, I can't actually... alright. Guess we should get her in at least better boots so I have higher movement. Oh, it's the same movement, never mind. Oops. That's fine. Recall Tita just does like no 8, yeah. Aw, she's got her hat off. Oh yeah, what's her or thing look like? It's mostly things we want to help her with her yeah. Yikes. Oh, she actually has stuff going on for her. Okay. Eagle Eye, HP. Oh, excuse me. Dang it, I couldn't get the mute button in time. Forget. I think I usually have Impede on her, or... Well, no, I usually have Petrify. But I'll put Impede because she has AoE. Did you just clown me, Rainbow? God dang it. Thank you for the bless yous. Let's give people higher dodge if need be. Okay. Wonder. Ah. Yay, CP max. Swoosh. Preemptive strike.
Ta!
Aw, her range is still a little small. Alright, it's fine. That's really low, actually. Ooh, I can't even finish. Okay. Youch.
Ta!
Oh, I saw that.
Not bad.
That touch. Let's see here. Texts from family. checks about dinner. So we're going to Campos. We get. Might as well just wipe one out. Wham! I've been having shop tacos from a place called Campos. So the other one just come. Okay. Interesting.
I've worked up an appetite.
Tito's however. Swirly bits. Nothing but a grind. I might as well just like do this. We're not getting food from Red's Rainbow, so I can't get garlic rolls. Getting from a Mexican place that has really nice tacos, but they're pretty spicy, so I don't think you want that. The door's gone. Wasn't this path locked before? Sure was. What's going on? Is something wrong? Last time we passed by here, this path was blocked by some kind of barrier, but as you can see, it's nowhere to be seen now. Really? I don't know what could have caused that. Well, if we think about what changed since we were last here now, what was releasing Teeter from that stone that caused it to disappear? And we haven't done anything else. Oh, I see. Still, that actually could be it. Huh, you think? Think about it. The stone with me inside was near here too, right? Maybe that was more than a coincidence? This could be among one of the many rules that govern this place that we just haven't figured out yet. Rules? I think I get what you're trying to say. So in this case, we wouldn't have been able to advance any further if we hadn't released you from that stone. That's right. I can't be sure, but I do have a good feeling about it. And a good feeling is good enough for me right now. So I don't have a clue who's responsible for the situation we're in, but it feels very deliberately set up. Which is all the reason we need to be careful, I suppose. But we're gonna go this way and murder this skeleton. How is that not a preemptive strike? What the hell is that? Slime lump? Oh my god, that's a lot of Sepith. I guess this is like the one of those things. Oh, and I can hit it! I don't have a, I have a line thing, but that's not gonna... that's fine. I don't have multi-hit, but I can do this. I missed? I missed on the one I didn't want to miss on. No! Garbage. Okay, what is it weak to? Fire? Do I have fire in? I do not have fire in you. Ah! And I have to reload now. Please tell me that still doesn't count. Oh, I need to read a lot more. I hate that that does not have a do you wish to flee option. Oh, alright. Oh, I didn't restart CP at this point. Where? I need to recheck everything. So we're going for the no fleas. Grips boots. Does she have the... Oh, I gave MP to the wrong person, too. I'm an idiot. Zoom. How dare I go kill Skeletor?
Yeah, he had it coming, yeah. He called me a royal boob.
Or something like that. I don't know. Alright.
Ta!
Oh, she's gonna get wait. Oh, I need to pay attention to the move order. I didn't realize she'd appear so soon from Ascension. Interesting. That just doesn't matter. Okay.
All right, what's next?
Oh, right. I need to go the other way, but we'll just zoom in.
Ta!
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
Just getting it, Shepith. Like save after every so many battles. Put her Emto strike. Ooh.
Ta!
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Level up.
Meow.
Skip through all this. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Oh, it hit me in the back. Come on. Well, it's only... And I lost some Sepith. Boo.
Ta! Not bad.
Alright, that's not the way. Oh, there's a death touch coming. Okay, what was this thing weak to again? Water and time. Is it really gonna do no damage, or is it? Yeah, it's just its damage threshold is super high. You know what? Just heal ourselves up here.
Bam! All right, what's next?
Oh. Oh, it's the door. You got jar. Dot 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 Dora. Dot 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 Dora. Dora Dora. Okay. A shining door with the moon on it. Welcome. Bring to me the girls skilled in orbital engineering. Only then shall the door open. Oh, I can hear the voice talking right into my mind. It looks like this door has got a will of its own, like the tree, spring, and monument back in the gardens. Will come a day when I get used to all these funky talking objects, I'm sure. Thinking one person who might fit the door's description. You think it means me? Most likely. It's a pretty terrible riddle. It's not... Sure not me or Ria's. Hey, door. It's her, you mean, right? Indeed, she is the one I seek. Only she may enter. If she fears not the trial within, she should step forth through the door. Trial? Maybe it wants to test your strength to see if you're worthy of something? Apparently we can't even go inside to back you up in it. That's ludicrous. Suppose we just read this door, move on. Wait, I'm going to go inside. But Tita, hold on just a sec, there's no way. I feel like this might be another of the rules I was talking about earlier. And besides, we got so little to work with as we try to get out of here. We need all the clues we can and help we can get. If it seems like it'll be too dangerous, I'll come right back out, I promise. Well, alright, we're counting on you. Like you said, if it seems too dangerous, come right back out. Don't expose yourself to any more danger than you need to. Do be careful. I will. That being said, after she goes to the door, I need to go get my, oh, it looks like dinner might be on the way. Huh. Like, I need to get my Invisalign back in, but they're getting dinner, so maybe I'll just do it afterwards. No point putting in and out right away. That being said, I will be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. But, we'll get going with this golden door in just a moment. Alright, I'm back. Wonder how it made up. It's made up, though. point doing the hokey cokey with my mouth, yeah. What the? Put it in, put it out, burn it in, put it out. Worlds matter. Oh. The magic circle with a. Oh. Overcome the trial before you. Then I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blood. Wait, it's stolen memories? Oh boy, okay. All 9,000, they're all take all damage. I can hit 2 of them. Almost might want to make them come. What else do I have? I can make my. I'm gonna clock myself up here. This is gonna hurt. Okay, now they're closer together. Okay. Let's see if we can. Okay, now they're blind. Healing me. Interesting. Okay. Do I have something? Do I have, I don't think I have anything that boosts damage on me, do I? No, okay.
I gotta give it my all. Okay.
Oh, this is cute. Yeah, have fun, you guys. I'll just get merged real quick. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, there's a chance for them to do damage too. Ooh, my movement's been brought down. That's fine though. Okay, that's 2 of them dead. Now it's unblinded.
Prepare to meet your fate.
Yeah, stay blind, please. I guess we just spam the attack button. Time for 45 minutes of story, oh boy. It will come the trial. Thus I shall grant you the memory fragment and my blessing. Because it's 45 minutes, better put on some more tea so I can soothe my throat. There we go. Alright, what's going on? Approaching location. 320, 310, 300. Target in sight. Oh no, they're stalking Tita. Commencing operation. Coordinate adjustment complete. Activating boosters. That or it's just her parents. Huh? What's that sound? It's her parents. What? Yeah. Huh. Do I know you? For we literally missed you, Tita. Huh? Oh my. Don't tell me you forgot the sound of our voices while we were away. Oh. Mom, Dad! That's our girl. Sorry for surprising you, we just wanted to have a little fun. I was scared stiff, just flying in all of a sudden like that and walking up to me without saying a word. Plus you had those goggles on so I couldn't tell who you were. You could have told me you were planning on coming back. Okay, why are you so quiet, Tita? Why are you so cute? Oh, Dios, thank you for gracing our unworthy world with such a miracle of a child. I'm never going to let you go again. Mom, you're starting to hurt me. Giving birth to this bundle of sugar was the best thing we ever did. How did I manage all this time without her? I'm so happy to finally be back. I can tell. I'd kind of like the chance to greet her too, though. Oh, sure, knock yourself out. I suppose you do have the right after all. Hey, Tita. Looks like you've grown a bit while we were away. I sure have. I missed you both so much. Aw, everything you do just melts my heart. Let me hug you again. Come here. Mom, please. Erica, I think that should probably... Oh, I held it. I got it. Aiden's uniform is full of sensors, as you know. Oh, yeah. Slipped my mind. In that case... Shall we take care of business first, then? Where is the red-haired man I've heard so much about? Talking about a gate? That's the one. I was so waiting to be woke. She's gonna aura kill him. Yep. Now where is he? He's actually in Bose at the moment. You're acting kind of weird all of a sudden. Talk about lousy timing. Not that I'd be happy if he were here, given that would indicate him being in close proximity to my angel again. Well, it's okay. We can always go meet him over in Bose next month if it comes to it. I'd like to meet him too. True enough. Word has it that a lot has been happening here in our absence. Oh, but we have a lot to thank him for. I'll have to go and give him a thank you that will never forget. Jesus Christ! To go with you and introduce you to him then. This is real nice too. It's pretty small, but it's all warm and cozy. You've been to his house? With other people? Now, calm down, Erica. Tita, try not to provoke your mother too much, alright? Was I? Okay, overprotective. You are going to pay dearly for corrupting my darling daughter. Hermione's playing tricks on me. Grandpa. Always a pleasure, Albert. Sorry for not giving you a heads up on our return. Oh, nonsense. Don't you worry about that. What are those things, if I may ask? They look like a vehicle with boosters attached, but they're called landing crafts, and they were developed by yours truly. Most of the places we go to don't have the space to land an airship or any kind of landing port. There's not much point in an airship if you can't land it, is there? Which is why these two beauties come in. Anyway, long time no see. Oh, it's a small comfort knowing you haven't kicked the bucket yet. I mean, how could I have been able to gloat if you were already 6 arg under? You really think a pathetic contraption like that is good enough to beat me? You must have forgotten who I am when you were out and about. One close look and the cracks start to show. Just look at them. I doubt they even managed 5 minutes. Fat load of good they'll be for anything other than trying to show off to me. They won't be getting any real-world use anytime soon. Heh. Oh, how wrong you are. All of you know that they came all the way from the border with Calvard on these. From Calvard? Oh, did that catch your attention? I'll give you the craft's flight time is somewhat limited. That's the issue where I can find an easy workaround. By firing them from an orbital catapult attached to an airship, they can fly a distance of roughly... I can work around the distance issue by firing them from a fucking cannon! After modeling the orbital, we were able to record an operation time of 382 seconds too. 120 Sog, 382 seconds. Surprised that stupid look on your face says it all. Not to worry. I'll give you as much time as you need. That shriveled old brain of yours covered my brilliance. Ah, don't make me laugh. You're the man who developed the Capel. These are child's play by comparison. I even need to ask how you made them. I could probably develop a better version in my sleep. Say that again, you They got a little rivalry going on between inventors and child and parent. Yeah. Here they go again. Will you two please stop fighting, please? Oh, when I read those files you sent me, you got some nerve showing your face to me after exposing matter to so much danger. Say nothing and letting vermin like a word here. Oh, get over yourself. Getting lectured after people from the mother who ditched her daughter to wander the continent, am I? Oh, the heck? Something shook. Oh, I see what happened. The drawer to my tea and alcohol opened up on its own. Funny that. Pour yourself some tea. Yeah, there we go. Lovely tea. Beep beep. Just, they're obviously probably not hitting each other, but they're fine. Let them have their fun. They're secretly happy to see one another again, I'm sure. We're talking about taking up a lot of space in the middle of town here. How are people going to get past us? Yeah, that's a good point. We can't leave these two landing crafts out here forever. Thus, we're just going to have to drag our quarreling father and daughter back home. Mind giving me a hand, Tita? Sure thing. You miss Professor Russell for Schmidt is special? Aw. I'm missing all these characters. I mean, sure, I know they will end up showing back up here or there. Especially certain ones, but as the other games go by. Gonna get some coffee. 1 coffee with plenty of milk and 3 sugars coming up. Ah, I see. Oh, let me help too. See, you haven't mended your heathen ways. We're going to grow up enough to understand that coffee is best taken black. Schmidt and his oh, okay. And when are you understand that there's nothing worse than an old codger too set in his ways to appreciate another's tastes? I'm just telling it like it is. Adding milk alone completely ruins it, and then you go and plop 3 sugars in. You can't even call that coffee anymore. Oh, poor coffee. What did you ever do to be blasphemed so? Here's your order, Erica. Don't let it get cold now. We'll have to settle this dispute another time. Well, time to drink up. Ship. Did they get him switched? Oh, okay, dang it. Anyway, where are my souvenirs, however? Souvenirs? Why would I have any of those for you? You're the one who's been busy slacking off abroad. Ugh. Great traveling abroad. You were the one who got to ride on the Arsail with Captain Schwartz. You're telling me you had a chance like that and didn't get me a photograph of her handkerchief? Or even a button of her uniform? What? What? Why do you want a button off her uniform? Your husband, is it because she thinks she's cute? Since the Captain's Academy days? I swear, if you have a time to think about such worthless nonsense, about using it to look over an academic report or two. It's no wonder all your inventions are half-rate. Did you just use the words useless and nonsense reference to Captain Schwartz? Did you dare insult her? Oh, nothing of the sort. I had plenty of chances to share a few cups of tea with her on board the Arsail. She's a fine woman, ask me. She'll go far. Oh, no! Just shut that into the mouth of yours. I'm going to do it for you. Oh my god, did she just pick him up? Please stop fighting the second you start to Tita, what is it? Oh, it's just finally realized it's kind of nice to see them fighting like this after all. Makes me feel like Mom's really home, you know? Yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, would you like to do some shopping? I'll handle making dinner tonight, so I'll need you to grab a few things. Huh? Really? Sounds great. I haven't tasted your cooking in ages. Well, hopefully you'll be able to have it a lot more from here on. Neither of us are planning to head out for work again anytime soon, so I'll be taking over cooking duties for a while with my damn creaky chair. Ah! Clunk sound. Oh, I'd love to go shopping with you then. Ah, it's great. Great. I don't know why it's a bit of an accent. The day's dinner was a real feast. For the first time in quite a while, Tita was able to experience the joy of having of dining happily with a family. After dinner, she let her hair down. You can leave the rest to me now, Tia. You must be tired. Go on to bed. Whoa. I'm fine, honestly. I'm not doing anything other than I usually do. We're even more tired than I am, Dad. You rushed through all the work you had to get back here as soon as possible, didn't you? Well, you're pretty sharp, huh? Well, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm 13 now. I'm fairly certain that's still a kid, Tita. But, good for you. What an Tita's name? Aw? Tita's still adorable and Cold's still 3. I'm sure she'll be adorable when she becomes an adult too. It's Tita. Let alone just, you know, just being a little bit older. What part of your daft brain thought you should start making this? That's why we came back here to begin with. She's like 16 by then? Okay. ZCF is the only place around that will allow me to do so. That's what I believe anyway. Maybe so, but still. What are you guys arguing about? Oh, you're still awake? It's past midnight, you know. You should go to get some rest. What are those? Some kind of blueprints? Can I see, please? Oh, she's gonna get blocked, isn't she? You didn't get out about that long ago. You're going to catch a cold hanging around in here. You should be getting ready for bed. Aw, but I want to see those blueprints. Whatever's on them looks really complicated. That's an orbital engine on the right-hand side, right? Looks like a compact one, too. Oh, I know, it's a new kind of airship. Oh, Mama, let's see. Oh boy, look at you getting all fired up. You can't mess up when it comes to machinery, can you? That's not fair. Alright, I've finished clearing up now. Shall we get to work? Ooh, perfect timing. Get our angel to bed, will you? Sure, it is past her bedtime.
What?
Let's go, Tita. I have a quick look, please. Go to bed right after that. I can't work out why that converter's torque is so low, and it's bugging me. It looks like her obsession's grown by monstrous proportions since we've been away. Well, you've kind of left her alone with her grandfather, and she's had. Instead of being distracted by you guys, she's gonna get distracted by the things she likes even more so. Be that it may, it's still past your bedtime, but yeah, they obviously don't want her to see what it is. Yeah, let's start with this unit here. No glancing until it's not going to be an easy to make. Rest off starting by running a simulation out with the capital before actually attempting to make the blasted thing. Nothing comes to mind that would be strong enough to build that frame out of either. Say we should consider looking into a new one. I wonder what they're talking about. It all sounds so exciting. Maybe I can scooch closer without them noticing. They're gonna notice. Tita? I shouldn't push my luck. Seriously, now, go to bed. But Vectorus, I can tell you tomorrow, but right now you need sleep. How's that sound? Good enough? But that's a promise, okay? A promise. Yes, yes, I promise. I'm not going to let you forget that you promised. Don't go making whatever it is without me. I know, we won't. I promise the name of the goddess above that I'll tell you tomorrow, but we won't make it without you. Anyway, good night, Tita. Okay. Good night. Immediately to sleep. She accepts her mother in every way.
Wop, 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 wop.
Well, that about wraps it up. This is amazing. Overpost technology is even more impressive than I could have dreamed. That's a fine understatement. Their technological level's far beyond that of ours. That's true for virtually everything we've seen of theirs, too. The Archaism, the Gospels, the Glorious. Not entirely without ideas on how they have all of it, though. Why the sudden questions, anyway? I've already sent you the info I had on them before. The thing is, we didn't actually learn of them through the information you sent. We knew of them before that. You did? We haven't actually encountered any of them or any of their members exactly. But they've been expanding their influence across the continent for a while now, through raiders and certain wealthy individuals. We can confirm as much beyond a shadow of a doubt based on our travels. That's why we came back here. Never was able to try anything in Liberl, or would have come back, or we would have come back earlier. We're not getting any more of a they're not getting more of a head start on us. We need to finish this, so we need to do it as soon as possible. Oh, yeah, it's probably a weapon. That or like a super battleship. Some giant power generator to fuel something, I don't know. Oh! Hey, Lisa, thanks for the resub. 22 months in the Box Army. Last share of 2021, indeed. Wasn't planning to sleep that long. Morning, Grandpa. Morning, Tita. Do. Dad? Oh yeah, I forgot you two. You and Mom were back. We sure are. Looks like you had a good night's sleep. Yeah. Sorry, I feel bad forgetting all about it. Oh, hey. You said you'd tell me what we were up to today. Yep, that's still the plan. Might be better off hearing it from your mother and grandfather, though. Huh? Why? They were up discussing the issue all night. Both headed out to the central factory first thing in the morning, so they should be there as we speak. Thanks, off I go then. Tita? You might want to have breakfast first. Oh, forgot that too. I haven't washed my face or combed my hair either. Machines over food and health. Everyone else will be warm when you finish up. Thanks, Dad. Woohoo! So how are you doing, Elisa? Take care, don't try going to run. Don't go trying to run over to the CCF so fast you trip or something. I won't. He's probably done it before. So great to have them back home. Now it's off to the factory. Zoom! Ready for the new year? Yeah. Pretty much ready too. Birthday and all. Wee. Alright, Mr. Murdoch. Oh, it's you, Tita. Good morning. You wouldn't happen to know where Mom and Grandpa are, would you? Said they'd come here early this morning. Ooh, they did. But very well indeed. Erica came charging in with a look on her face that's all hell was about to break loose. All the while she was shouting, we've got a new invention to make, so we need something really, really big. Hop to it. Or somewhere. She wouldn't take no for an answer either. I'm so sorry about her. She causes you so much trouble every time she decides she wants to invent something new. At least she's better than Grandpa. Maybe. He doesn't scare the daylights out of you by suddenly yelling, fire in the hole! Right before an unexpected explosion. If only I could wipe that from my memory. In any case, your mother should be up in the operations room. Got no idea what she's planning, but she said she had something she wanted to look into using the Capel. As for your grandfather, he's in the design room, in a very good mood. I can't believe the two of them are working together on something. This can't end well. Please, goddess, please don't let them break anything. Oh, my stomach hurts. You think, Elisa? Yeah, there we go. Some sugar. There we go. Stirring. Alright, actually, now that I think about it, I think this is actually the first time they have worked on something, the same thing together. Usually they're competing over who can make the best invention, not joining forces on one. Grandpa's amazing on his own, but Mom's just as capable as an engineer, too. Even if she is kind of scary when she gets into her work. The two of them are actually going to put their heads together on something. I can't wait to see the result. I want to go see right away. And off she goes. Stir my tea. Stir, stir, stir. Alright. That's good. That's what we're up against. Looks like it's not even performing at 10% of its true capabilities either. There's some downright terrifying specs. Ah, so good. Love me's. Some tea. Wait, how in the world? Isn't that the data on Potter Modder? Oh! Hi there, Tita. You came at just the right time. You've seen this robot in person, right? Well, yeah, but why do you ask? What was it like in person? Tell me everything you know. I am. It was really big, but other than that, I couldn't tell much from just looking at it. Oh, right, I suppose you wouldn't be able to. It's an awful lot taller than you, after all. Mom, what are you looking at Potter Modder's data for, anyway? I thought you were here to work on some new invention. Wait, you're not. That we are. They're gonna make a skell or a mech suit or whatever the hell you want to call it. The two of us are ready to start work at any time. Alright then. Then it's time to get right to work at our tasks, making an archaism capable of competing against our buddy Potter Mater. Let the Orbital Gear Project begin. What? 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 Why? Why do you feel like this? Usually when I hear about something new being invented, I get really excited. I get so caught up in what's happening that I tune out from the world around me and focus on helping Grandpa. But today, I just feel a little sad. Is it because of Ren? This doesn't feel right. Ren. Aw, poor Ren. What is what we're here for, Erica? They look completely unnecessary to me. They're to deal with the noise. Design requires a very high degree of precision, so it's a necessary addition. Mom? So the overpressure changes get absorbed into here. I see. Mom. Mom! Oh, Tita, what are you doing here? Well, I was wondering if you know something I can do to help. I'll do something for Ren, too. I'm not sure what I can actually do. What you can do? Well, there is one thing you can do for me. It's an annoying job, but if you're up for it. An annoying job? Okay, I'll do everything I can to help. It's nothing that important, but I appreciate it all the same. I need you to go talk to Murdoch and get him to sort out the paper return to Liberal. That way, we return home was kinda borderline illegal, so no official paperwork's been filed or anything. Oh, they've passed right past border security. I'm cool with it, but Dan's brought it up a few times, so it'd be good if someone could get it taken care of. So thanks. Okay. Ugh. Yep, that's pretty much not what she meant at all. She wanted to help build the robot. Oh well, I guess I am still helping her by doing this. I'll just have to get it sorted out quickly so I can get back to help her with the real work. Found you, Mr. Murdoch. Mr. Murdoch? Oh, it is, so please protect us all. Hello again, Tita. Can I help you with something? Wait, you weren't here to tell me that the experiment was a failure and the building is now full of poisonous gases, or that there was a gigantic explosion after it was destroyed, or... I'm so sorry. I really can't apologize enough for all the distress Mom and Grandpa caused you. Nothing like that happened yet, though, so don't worry. Really? Phew, that's a relief. Yeah, that's a sign my prayers reached the goddess after all. Perhaps just say a prayer for tomorrow while I'm here too, then. That said, I do have a little favor to ask of you. What kind of favor? Tina passed on what her mother had told her and asked if Murdoch could sort out the necessary paperwork. They arrived by air, did they? I can only imagine how surprised you must have been. They entered the country illegally! It sounded that way. Oh no, I need to go and sort that out right away. Could you stay here? Stay and pray to do this to my place, Tina. Please just pray that nothing gets destroyed because of the new invention of theirs and it all goes to plan. Okay, I will. Thank you. Can you enter your own country illegally? I guess technically. Yeah, it sounds kind of strange, you know? But I guess. Please don't allow Grandpa from doing anything too reckless. Wish I knew what I could do, though. Not strong like Estelle. Oh, you're fine, Tita. I know. Then let me help with the orbital gear development. Really does end up having the same amount of power as Potomater. Maybe then I'll finally be able to have the proper conversation with her. Time to go and ask. Zoom. This tool here is brand new. It can cut with 10 times more precision than the previous model. But I had no idea you had something like this here now. Think I might have to go over the designs again. Oh, Mom, here you are. Welcome back, Tita. You managed to do what I asked? Yep, Mr. Monk said he'll take care of the paperwork right away. It's probably working on it right now. But, you know, now they've done that, Mom, wanted to be part of the orbital gears development team, too. You? Yeah, I didn't write this in any of my letters. I ended up spending some time with Ren while she was in Lurburl. Even if she is a member of the society, she's also my friend. Ren? Now, where have I heard that before? Oh, wasn't she the girl Potomater belongs to? Erica, if it might be printed to say my piece here. Say your piece? Oh, what are you? You better have got good exchange for this, Albert. Might I end up making friends with a member of Ouroboros? Why is this the first time I'm hearing this? This wasn't in any of what you sent me. Well, it's kind of hard to say. Don't you give me that? As if you hadn't already exposed her to enough danger to making me want to strangle you, and now I'm hearing this? Just what have you been doing with my daughter while I've been away? Oh, I'm serious. I want to be involved in the orbital gear development. I'm completely powerless on my own, but I still want to find a way to talk to her. And the orbital gear is going to be able to fight on equal terms with Potter, right? And I have to be involved because I want that kind of power that Estelle has. Woo! Tita. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not concerned about using the orbital gear to fight Potter so far, are you? What? That wasn't what I meant. I want to make sure of this. You understand that just what we're making here. Well, I got a quick look at the blueprints, but it looked like a bipedal. That's not what I mean. The orbital gear is a weapon. No matter how you try to dress up that fact, that's the reality. It's all designed to be used by people to hurt other people. But you're not making it because you want to hurt people, are you? Even the troll shirt used by the army are made to protect the country, not to hurt people. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what the developers of any new weapon thinks. We're not the ones actually going out there and using the things we make. Devices we pour our hearts into making go on to cause unspeakable suffering to people. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. Have you ever stopped to think about that? And after having it pointed out to you, can you still say you want power? Well, we're doing what we're doing, fully aware of the potential consequences, maybe down the line. But can you? You know how much I love you, Tita. I understand that you care deeply about your friend. I do. But that's all the more reason why I can't permit you to take part in this. Can you understand what I'm coming from? Wah. But I'm not taking this lightly either, you know. I appreciate how you feel, Erica, but I'm sure Tita's been thinking about this a lot herself, especially after all she's went through. Why not show her a little more respect? Sure she has, but that doesn't mean I can let her be involved in developing a weapon. We researchers don't get a say in how our inventions end up being used down the line. That's just her fate. That's what we have to accept when we're doing our jobs. That we do. Know where she's coming from. I absolutely can't let her be a part of this. She doesn't need to be shouldering this kind of burden, not at her age. I think she'd be fine, though. Oh, my food's here. Shoot. I don't know how much longer this is gonna go. No, really, I do. But then what am I supposed to do? Just sit around helplessly? I know, I'll go see what Dad thinks. Maybe he'll actually listen to me. Do you insert a card in the lower panel? Is this where she gets teleported away? No. Maybe not. I think they were making food when she got zapped. Zaboomed. Actually, this was probably a while ago. Compared to when Jade. Tita? Sorry, hold on a minute, I'll be right over. This place is a mess compared to when I last remember seeing it. Really? So she wouldn't give you permission to join then? No, I understand what I'm saying, you really do. It's just so fresh not being able to do anything. Well, unlike your grandfather, your mother has very clear reasons for what she does. She's an nature with specific goals and ideals over ones driven by emotion or curiosity. Are you sure? I thought this was the area with the conveyor belt. Maybe it's just the same, like, floor plan. Yeah, there probably should be a conveyor belt, like, up there in the top right area. This was the place I'm thinking of. Issue for this project, given that the future of Liberal's national defense may end up hinging on it. It was never going to be easy to win her over in an argument about this, I'm afraid. That doesn't change the fact that I want to confront Ren, though. Maybe what I'm saying is childish, I don't know. But it's what I really feel, and I'm not budging. There are some bold words, Tita. I don't think I've ever seen her look so serious about anything before. Even if they're bold, I don't think they're childish. At the same time, I don't think it has anything to do with whether you should be involved in developing the orbital gear, either. Having it isn't going to make confronting her any easier. Tita, confronting someone head-on about something is a very difficult thing to do. Probably more difficult than you realize. You're certainly kind, but that's not always going to be enough to change someone's mind about something once it's made up. I know. You're never going to be able to talk to her like I want to in the end. Am I doomed to never do anything for her? You backed down when you were arguing with your mother earlier, right? That says to me that convictions she has are stronger than yours. You already know that it's not going to be easy to talk to Ren. If you want to succeed, you'll need a stronger spirit than you've got now. Sorry, just handing me my food. Okay. That reminds me of something a Gate said once, actually. He said, fighting's all about guts. Well, that's not quite what I'm talking about. I really am starting to worry about this Agate fellow. I think resolve is a more appropriate word than guts. You'll need to have the resolve to express all of your honest feelings to her, plus you need to accept hers in return. No doubt it'll be a lot easier said than done, too. Well, I know she's from the society, and that Potter Mater is too strong for me to compete against as I am, especially because I don't have that kind of power Estelle does. I'm not even confident she'll want to listen to what I have to say. Even if she does, that'll have any effect on her. But I can't just leave her and do nothing, I can't. Go, Tita! Listen, she was part of ours and she did some pretty bad things, sure, but that's not all there is. Spent some time with her. I went shopping with her and sat and talked with her, so I know that's true. Deep down, she's actually a sweet girl. I'm sure she wasn't faking it either. That's who she really is. She's not some kind of inhuman monster. She's an ordinary girl who was like an excited little kid when we found a cute pendant in a shop. And when I tripped and fell, she didn't hesitate to hold her hand out for me. She's a good person, and I still think of her as my friend even now. But after that, she went away from me. Ever since then, her and Potter Mater have always been out of my reach, physically and emotionally. Maybe the orbital gear will give me a chance to change that. If I have that, I might finally be able to see a little bit of what the world that she does. Maybe she'll even be willing to open her heart, even a little, and tell me how she really feels. All while listening to my feelings too. That's why I want to be involved in making it. I won't take no for an answer. Oh, Tita! Oh, I'm so proud of how much you've grown. What do you think about all this, Erica? The spy! Mom? How long have you been listening on us? Not long, I only overheard the last part of your conversation. Can I ask you something, Tita? Of course, what? You finally get to talk to this Ren girl again. It turns out she doesn't see you as a friend. What are you going to do? Exactly the same thing. I'll do exactly the same thing as I would otherwise. Because I've already made up my mind that I want her to be a part of my life, even if she doesn't want me to be a part of hers. I will chase her around and try to convince her to come back to us like Estelle can, but I can still try to get to know more about her and Potter Mater, and I can make a stronger connection with her through the orbital gear. There's nothing stopping me from doing any of those things, right? Whatever makes it so that I can be part of her life, I want to do it, even if it's small. Because that's what friends do. That's how I really feel. I see. I can't help but feel like you're being a little naive, but you got me. I'll accept all you said as sufficient reason for participating in the orbital gear project. Da 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 da! Really? Now what are you two waiting for? We got work to do. Dan, I've redone the blueprints, so I need you to go look over them. Tita, we're going to start making the quartz prototypes. So I'm part of the development? You promise? We'll see how long that happy face of yours lasts. Now that you're on the team, I'm going to be working you to the bone. I hope you're ready. Yeah, bring it on! Good, are you ready to get started? Thanks to her efforts, Tita was finally allowed to participate in the orbital gear's development. The familiar central factory was filled with a new sense of tension as it became the building ground for the new invention. Tita was able to work as a full-fledged engineer. This feels like the ending of a of a movie, like where they go through like what each person's doing after the movie ended. The adults around her at the first time. She has also treated no differently than anyone else, meaning that Erica's demands were constant and relentless. That was a source of true happiness for Tita. Finally, 2 weeks later. Well, that's no Potter Mater, but it sure is interesting. It's kneeling, though, at least. I think that's, yeah, it looks like it's kneeling. Alright, time to begin our activation test. I think we could probably do with a little break. We've been working almost constantly for 3 whole days now. You have still so much energy, Mom. How do you two have so little? Pull yourself together, people. The best part of developing something new is about to begin. That goes for you especially, Tita. Me? The seat in our prototype here is on the small side, so there's no way anyone other than you is going to be able to skimp on costs. We made it the size for a child. Oh man, let's. So irresponsible, but I guess it's fine. We're going to need to be part of our tests until the very end. I know, but please let me have some sleep first. Okay, only because you said please. It's better than trying to do the test today when you're in this state and ending up with a bunch of mistakes being made. She's done very well in my opinion. Not even most veteran engineers can keep up with your working pace. I'm amazed our little daughter did it on our first project. What exactly are you implying? I'm some kind of machine with limitless stamina? Okay. So that's the activation test penciled in for Friday the 28th. Wait, tomorrow's Friday? Yeah. Oh, is the gate coming? I need to start cooking then. And she has her energy back. Finish running all the necessary simulations using the capsule. It should be. Oh, he's gonna get like spun around by Tita. Tita, what's the rush? No, okay. Grandpa, I just realized tomorrow's the last Friday of the month. Ah, yes, that's when a gate's coming, isn't it? Yeah, I needed to start getting things ready for tomorrow's food. Well, if you're taking requests, I. A gate? I'm not sure I follow. What's special about the last Friday of the month? Oops, I forgot to tell you. This is gonna be your first time meeting a gate, isn't it? You see, he comes over to visit once a month, and tomorrow's that day, so... Oh, so our dear friend Agate is visiting, is he? What a coincidence that he should choose a day or test to make his arrival. He sure is a lucky man. Mom? Well, you see, Tita, your mother, she gonna bash her head against a... She just... Dan, darling, I just had a brilliant idea. I decided tomorrow's tests are going to require a sacrifice. We can't just let any old person come over to our house for no good reason, right? They need to make a contribution to the family. I hope you're ready, Agate Krosner. So, let me get this straight. You're saying that you want Agate to help with the test, right? I'm not sure I'd recommend that, Erica. He is a useless dolt where technology is concerned. I can't see him being much help. Help? Oh, I'm saying a lot more than that from him. I'm starting to offer his very life in the name of science. What? There's no time for being silly. I'm not opposed to having him help out, though. I'd like a chance to have a good long talk with him myself. You too, Dad? Well, it's settled. Today is going to be a good day. A very, very good day. Is it just me, or do they seem to have Gate all wrong? Oh, boy. Part 1 finished of the thing. Long barrel. Yeah, we got a long barrel! And 3,000 Mira. Dang it, Titus, you're alright. You feel okay? You look tired. Tired? Yeah, I'm fine. I have to fight some CRN, but I managed to pull through. That's good. So what happened in there? Well, Tita explained everything that happened on the other side of the door. I see. Yep, sounds like this is another one of our rules, alright. In other words, first you meet some condition to get the door open. Now that, you fight your way through a battle or trial, win, and you get to see some kind of memory fragment and walk away with Mira as a bonus. That sum things up? Yeah, that's how it was for me. The memory fragment didn't feel like it was quite finished, though. There seemed to be more than I didn't get to see. You're not, like, talking about it anywhere, like, is it a memory lost? If not, why is it showing it to you? Either way, every time we find one, we should probably note its location and conditions down. Indeed. Yeah. Moon doors contain lengthy side stories. Star doors contain short side stories, and sun doors contain mini-games. To open a door, you will need to fulfill one or multiple conditions. Furthermore, some doors will require certain characters to win a battle in order to view the contents within. After viewing the contents of a door for the first time, you will earn Mira, depending on your choices or actions, potentially even bonuses, such as items. Oh, choices and actions, really? All this information is automatically recorded in a notebook and can be viewed at any time. Apparently, you can also warp to any door you have discovered using the Ooh, okay. Yep, by 2. A better higher range bonus, but with that being said, got my dinner here, and we're going to have to stop for this session. Usually I'd want to go like a lot longer, but I gotta eat, and I gotta do some setup. Oh, does the door actually like... Okay, and I need to bring it with a gate. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that being said, yep, I need to eat, then do some prep work for tomorrow, which is the beginning of the 24-hour stream. starting around 1 or 2 p.m., 1 to 2 or something. Leeway for me to actually get set up, because sometimes shit goes wrong. But we'll be starting with Among Us. Among Us modded, so I'll get that up and send it out to everyone. You're just dragging and dropping files into the install folder, so it's really easy. And then after that we'll do Twilight Princess for a long while. Take a break somewhere along the line and watch SmackDown. We'll do it. I'll still be on stream, but I'll be in the call watch it because I need to watch SmackDown for for the pay-per-view on January 1st. I need to see that, so I need to see that SmackDown. And then not sure what else in the game. Well, obviously we'll still pick up Twilight Princess because it's gonna be a hero mode 4 times damage against us. So with a 100% run we're going for. We're obviously not gonna get the whole thing probably in the 24-hour stream. It's possible, but probably not. But on that, thank you all for watching. And next time we do this will probably be either Sunday or Monday. I don't know how I'll be feeling after the 24-hour stream. Might want to break. Anyway, see you all next time.